Hi, welcome to Ist611. This is week 6, and we're going to be focusing on social networking. Facebook, MySpace, any of these social networks are really the quintessential Web 2.0 tool. When people think about social media, very often they're referring to a social network. Facebook has taken a really center stage recently also because of the different uprisings in various Arab countries. Facebook and Twitter really were at the center when there was all the issues in Cairo and first then in Tunisia, and now it's going on to the other countries. So one of the things I want you to look at this week, though, you are in Facebook right now. You've all joined. And you're also in a Ning. Now, Ning is a customized social network. And I want you to be able to think about the differences. Facebook is very large. Anybody can join Facebook. Where Ning is the same thing. It's a social network, but it's customized. It's directed to a specific group of people who have a topic. And in the case of Teacher Librarian, it's a professional social network. Everyone in there is a school librarian. What makes these, both Facebook and Ning social network, is a few very distinguishing characteristics. I list some of them on page 160 in chapter 7. That's one of the assignments you have this week, is to read the chapter in the textbook on social networking. And one of the things I list is that each one of them, if you're talking about a social network, it's a very specific type of Web 2.0 tool. And it always has a profile page. It always has a network of friends, a place for public commentary, and also a private messaging. And if a website has all of those features and that you join, you have an ID and a password and you join it, then it most likely is a social network. But there's very different types. In addition to Facebook, where anyone can join, and the customized one, such as Ning, there's also another customized one for educators. It's called Edmodo, E-D-M-O-D-O. And that's for teachers to have with students and kids. That's specialized. It's a small group. They have one focus. And for the Edmodo, it's the classroom curriculum. It's the whole social network of the classroom. In addition, there are also some other ones that you should look at. There's a grouping that librarians are very familiar with, and they focus on areas of reading and books. There's one called goodreads.com. There's another one, shelfari.com, and there's a new one that Scholastic has just come out with. It's called You Are What You Read, and it's for kids. To be able to get a sense of it, you'll have to join it. And that's one of the things. If you go to Edmodo, if you go to Ning, unless you know a specific one to join, then you won't see all the features. You almost just can't look at the website and see. You have to become a member of it to be able to experience the features. Because, as I said, each member has a profile page, a place for public commentary. You know, like in Facebook, it's called a wall. In different social networking sites, it has different names, but primarily those features are present in all of those. I'd like you this week to also focus on what is the potential of social networking for learning. I want you to kind of get past all the discussion about Facebook, whether people like it, whether they don't like it, whether it takes up too much time, whatever. That doesn't count right now. Try to get past it and really look at what are the researchers researching about Facebook and social, not so much Facebook, but really social networking. There's one article that I have listed that I want you to read. It's from actually On the Horizon. The author is a woman, Christine Greencow. She used to be at the University of Minnesota. I think she actually did some work at Harvard. She just in the last few years finished all of her doctoral work, and she's now at the College of Education and the College of Information Studies, which is for librarians, at the University of Maryland at College Park. And this is the one piece that I have you listed as one of your resources. Now, it says it's 14 pages, but don't worry about it. The first 2 pages are just kind of an outline and abstract. And the last 6 pages are her references, which you can just ignore. So it's really only a 7-page article. And it's very, very interesting. And it really raises the level of discussion of social networks and how does it impact. She has major themes that she looks at social networking, and this has really been her work on her doctorate work. She's talking about what are youth's purposes and practices with social network sites, and does it hold any educational value? How might these understandings help us to design a wider civic participation? How can existing social network technologies and attendant practices be appropriated and re-envisioned and reworked to produce improvement in the areas of education? So it's a very, very interesting research. And so I want you to start thinking about that. And how is it that we're going to use social networks to impact learning, and in what ways? She talks about formal learning and informal learning, which is very important. And social networking comes under this informal learning. But Web 2.0 tools are starting to blur the line between formal and informal networking. And she brings up many of the important issues that are being raised about this. And so read that very carefully. I think it's excellent. There is also this week, you have one assignment. It is the first progress report for your collaborative project. Last week this past week you sent me the listing of exactly who you're working with and the location and the names. And so now you need to move ahead, and I'm hoping by this coming week you will have nailed down your project. You will have developed the timeline, the learning objectives for the students. What will they learn in doing this project with you? And then also a very clear description of the responsibilities for each person in the collaboration. All of those type of things. It's all listed. And so that's really your only assignment for the week. We're back into our regular forum where you'll have our two facilitators, and we'll be talking about that. Please investigate Facebook, look at it carefully. In one of the resources, I have also listed how to groom your new Facebook profile. This is an article that just came out this past week, and I'm putting it in there because it's an important issue. Facebook can be safe if you know how to be able to set your profile. And so read that and then play with some of your profile settings. You do not have to, nor should you want to leave it open to everybody. You want to be able to close it down and make it safe for yourself. And that's something that you need to understand if students are at all involved in it. And where is the line between students and teachers? And should you or should you not befriend each other? Those are all different issues. And so I think that article will help you to be able to see some of the issues around setting up your profile. I would encourage you to go into Ning. I will be in there. It's not the Ning in general. You can create a Ning, but we're not doing that. All you're doing is becoming a member of a specialized Ning called Teacher Librarian. And you'll see, look at the forums, look at other people's pages. It is a social network. And it's a very, very good one in the fact that there's tremendous amount of sharing. And within the social network, you can have individual groups. So if you have an interest with Web 2.0 technology or graphic novels or kindergarten reading, whatever it is, there's usually a group. And if there's not, you can set up your own group. And so go in there and look at different things, ask questions, post things, get a feeling for what it's like to function within a social network. And then please try to share some of those experiences on the forum. So I invite you to email me, Skype me if you need any help. I will be lurking. I will be around. I will be encouraging you to learn deeper and to have good conversation. And I hope you have a very good week. Bye.